Lauren Hale liked quiet places, and Star Station Vartas was usually one of them. Every morning he worked in the research bay, fixing old scanners, sorting alien minerals, and running tests for customers who needed quick answers. To most people, Lauren was only a small and shy human nerd who never caused trouble. He spoke softly, avoided crowds, and stayed far away from anything dangerous. But this morning was different. The station felt too silent, as if something huge was waiting to happen. Lauren did not know why he felt this way, but his hands shook while he typed on the console. The screen flickered again and again like it wanted to warn him. He leaned closer to check the issue, but suddenly the lights above him dimmed. The air became cold. The sensors turned red. Someone had entered the bay. Lauren turned around slowly. His heart stopped for a moment when he saw her. A tall dragon woman stood at the entrance. Her scales glowed like dark gold. Her horns curved back like blades. Her eyes burned with strong fire, but her expression was not angry. It was something else, something heavy, serious, almost desperate. Her name was Shirith. Every worker on the station knew about her. She was a Draconis warrior, one of the strongest visitors ever allowed on Vartas. Many people feared her and others stayed far away. But she never hurt anyone. Still, Lauren felt his knees shaking. She was nearly 3 times his size. He stepped back and almost tripped over a crate. Shirith watched him in silence. Then she walked toward him with slow, controlled steps, like she did not want to frighten him. But Lauren felt frightened anyway. He had no idea why she was here. He had never even spoken to her before. He opened his mouth to ask if she needed help with something, but she suddenly knelt. She knelt. A legendary dragon warrior knelt in front of a shy human nerd. Lauren froze. His brain stopped working. Shirith lowered her head. Her voice came out deep and steady, but there was a strange softness hidden in it. Human, I need something from you. Lauren blinked fast. And me? Why me? I don't have anything important. You do, she said. He swallowed. What is it? Shirith lifted her golden eyes. I want a child of yours. Every thought inside Lauren exploded. His legs nearly gave out. His face turned red so fast he felt heat in his ears. A child? He shouted louder than he ever had in his life. His echo bounced off the metal walls. Anyone walking outside the bay probably heard it. Shirith did not react to his panic. She stayed calm, watching him with steady eyes. Lauren waved his hands quickly. No, wait. I can't, why would you, why me, what is happening? Shirith shook her head. Human, you misunderstand. I do not speak of a human child. I speak of genetic code. A sample. A blueprint. Nothing more. Lauren stopped waving his arms. He stared at her with wide eyes. Oh, he whispered. You mean, science? Yes, she said quietly. Science. Survival. Hope. Lauren felt embarrassed, but relief washed over him like warm water. He took a deep breath and tried to calm his heartbeat. I'm sorry, he said. You scared me. I know, Shirith answered softly. Forgive me for my words. But I came because I have no time left. Lauren frowned. No time for what? Her jaw tightened. For the first time, Lauren noticed sadness in her eyes. Heavy sadness. Deep sadness. My people are dying, she said. A plague burns through our young. It destroys our future. Our strength fails every year. Soon we will be gone. Lauren swallowed. I didn't know. No one does, Shirith replied. We hide our weakness. But you, human, you changed everything. You found something in the ruins. Lauren stared at her in confusion. Ruins? You mean the old site I scanned last week? The place with the strange carvings? Yes, she said. Those carvings. They came from ancient Draconis history. And the device you found, our ancestors built it with humans. Your species once saved ours. And we did not remember. Lauren's heart thumped. He remembered the device. He scanned it without understanding most of its symbols. But it reacted to him. It glowed when he touched it. He thought it was just an energy sensor. I didn't know it was important, he said. It is, Shirith answered. The device woke only to your touch. It read your DNA. It accepted you. That is why I came. Lauren raised his hands slowly. But why me? Humans everywhere. Why me? Because you carry a rare pattern, Shirith said. A pattern your ancestors left long ago. That pattern can save us. One small piece of your genetic code can repair the plague inside my people. Just one. Lauren felt the weight of her words. He was only a quiet scientist. A person who liked to work alone. He never imagined anything he did could matter to anyone else, much less an entire species. He opened his mouth to respond, but the station alarm suddenly screamed. Warning lights flashed bright red. The metal floor trembled. Shiritha's eyes widened. No, they found me. Who? Lauren asked. Before she could answer, the research bay doors burst open. A wave of cold air rushed in. Small flying drones slid into the room, each armed with bright blue stunners. They locked onto Shirith instantly. Lauren stepped back in fear. Shirith grabbed him and pulled him behind a console. The Valkyr Syndicate, she growled. They want us gone. They will not let humans help us. Lauren peeked over the console. The drones aimed at Shirith. More rolled in, metallic and cold. What do we do? Lauren whispered. We escape, she said. You are too important now. Me? I'm important. Yes, she said firmly. You carry the key to my people's future. I cannot let them take you. Lauren felt his heart pounding in his chest. He had never been in danger before. He never expected to be chased by killers. But Shiritha's hand on his arm steadied him. She looked down at him with strong eyes. Lauren Hale, she said, your life just changed. Another explosion rocked the bay. The drones locked onto them. Shirith grabbed Lauren and lifted him effortlessly. Hold on, she warned. And before Lauren could ask anything else, she leaped through the back door, carrying him with her as alarms echoed through the station. His quiet life was over. And a new, dangerous path had just begun. Shirith moved quickly through the narrow maintenance corridors of Star Station Vartiz, carrying Lauren in her strong arms. His heart thumped so fast he could feel it in his throat. Every corner seemed darker than the last. Sparks flew from broken consoles, and the hum of damaged lights made it hard to think. Where are we going? Lauren gasped. To the hangar, Shirith said. We need to leave the station before they catch us. Lauren swallowed hard. But, there are security drones everywhere. They'll see us. They won't, she replied, her eyes scanning every shadow. I am faster than any machine they have. But you must stay quiet and still. One wrong move and it will be over. Lauren nodded, gripping her arm. His mind raced. Just an hour ago, he had been sorting minerals, and now he was running for his life with a dragon woman. It felt like a dream he couldn't wake from. The station shook as alarms blared louder. A deep, metallic voice echoed through the corridors. Intruders detected. Activate defensive protocols. Eliminate unauthorized life forms. Lauren's stomach dropped. They're calling us intruders? Yes, Shirith said grimly. They do not care who you are. They only want to destroy me and anyone helping me. The Valkyr Syndicate does not forgive or forget. Lauren frowned. Valkyr Syndicate? I've never heard of them. They are a merciless group, she said. They believe Draconis should never rise again. They will not stop until my people are extinct. And now, because of you, they know the humans might help us. Lauren's eyes widened. Me? I'm just a scientist. How am I important? Shirith glanced at him, her golden eyes softening for a moment. Because your DNA carries the same pattern our ancestors relied on. You are the key to survival. They will chase you no matter what. The corridor ended at a large service hatch. Shirith pressed a sequence on a hidden keypad, and a panel slid open, revealing a narrow service tunnel. Follow me, she whispered. This will take us to a smaller hangar on the station's edge. It has one ship ready for escape. Lauren followed silently, his thoughts tangled. He could hardly believe it. He was being hunted not just by some syndicate but by a group that wanted to destroy a species. And now he was their only hope. The tunnel stretched for several meters, twisting and turning. Lauren stumbled once and nearly hit the floor. Shiritha's arm tightened around him. Careful, she warned. One mistake and the drones will find us. Suddenly, a shadow flickered across the wall. Lauren froze. What was that? Shirith turned her head, scanning the darkness. Drones? They've split up. Some are following us through the vents. D-drones through the vents? Lauren whispered. How do we fight them? We don't, she said firmly. We run. Fighting would slow us down. We need speed and stealth. A low humming filled the tunnel, growing louder. Lauren realized it was the sound of multiple drones activating, searching every corner. He pressed himself closer to Shirith, wishing he could be invisible. Minutes felt like hours. Every step made Lauren's knees ache. He could barely breathe. The station was a maze and the drones knew every corridor. Finally, they reached the edge of the station where a small hangar waited. Inside sat a single starship, sleek and compact. Its hull glimmered in the emergency lights. Shirith set Lauren down gently. "Get in. Quickly." "What about you?" he asked, looking at her. "I'll cover you," she said. "Go." Lauren hesitated. I don't know how to fly a ship." "You will learn fast," she said. "There is no time to explain. Trust yourself." He gulped and ran toward the cockpit. The engine hummed when he touched the controls. Shirith leapt behind him, placing her massive clawed hands on the seat edges, guiding him. "You need to unlock the launch sequence," she instructed. "Then follow the escape route I programmed. Do not deviate." Lauren's fingers shook as he tapped the controls. Lights blinked. Sirens screamed in the distance. He felt the pressure of every second. "Almost done," he muttered. The hangar doors began to slide open. Outside, the station's metal walls stretched into the blackness of space. A few Valkyr fighter drones hovered, scanning the area. "They see us," Lauren shouted. Shirith pressed closer. "Yes, but the station's shadows will hide us. Launch immediately. I will create a diversion." Lauren took a deep breath and pulled the lever. The engines roared. The small ship lifted off, tilting as it moved through the hangar opening. Drones fired and small energy bolts struck the walls, but the ship sped into space. Shirith activated a small energy pulse from her gauntlets. Blue beams shot outward, striking the nearest drones and sending them spinning away. Lauren looked at her, eyes wide. You just destroyed them." "No," she said, eyes focused on the sensors. "I only slowed them. The Valkyr will not give up easily. They will follow us across the stars." He swallowed hard. I can't believe this is happening." Shirith placed a clawed hand on his shoulder. "Believe it, human. You are now part of something bigger than yourself. If we succeed, we will save an entire species. If we fail, everyone dies." Lauren felt a chill run through him. He was no hero. He was a shy scientist, a human who had preferred numbers to danger. And yet, the survival of the Draconis now rested partly in his hands. The stars outside stretched endlessly. Lauren gripped the controls tighter. Where do we go?" he asked. "To a hidden world," Shirith said. "A sanctuary for my people. The place where we can prepare the cure. But it is far and the Valkyr will follow. We have to be faster, smarter, and braver than anyone thought possible." Lauren nodded slowly, feeling the weight of every word. He was afraid, yes, but he also felt something new: purpose. Somewhere deep in the stars, a hidden enemy waited, and they would not stop until every Draconis and human helper was destroyed. And now Lauren Hale, the quiet human nerd, had to face the galaxy's deadliest hunters for the first time. Shirith watched him, her golden eyes sharp. "Do not be afraid," she said. "Fear will kill faster than their weapons. Trust me, human. Trust yourself. The stars are ours to survive, but only if we fight together." Lauren swallowed. He looked at the endless darkness outside the cockpit. The stars were cold and distant. And yet, for the first time in his life, he felt alive. The ship jumped into faster-than-light travel, leaving the station, and the first wave of danger, behind. But Lauren knew this was only the beginning. Somewhere out there, the hidden enemy waited. And the chase had only just begun. The ship jumped out of faster-than-light travel and slowed into a smooth glide. Outside the cockpit, Lauren saw a world unlike any he had imagined. Mountains of black rock jutted into the sky, and rivers of molten fire ran like veins across the land. Glowing structures, shaped like giant dragon wings, rose from the mountains, radiating golden light. The planet was alive in a way that made Lauren's chest tighten. "Is this real?" he whispered, staring out the window. "Yes," Shirith said, her voice quiet. "This is Draconis Prime, our hidden sanctuary. Few humans have ever seen it." Lauren swallowed hard. His hands still shook from the chase, but all replaced some of his fear. "It's beautiful," he said. Shirith's gaze was distant. "It is our last hope. My people have hidden here for decades, avoiding enemies and keeping the cure safe. If we could only find one human with the right genetic pattern." She landed the ship near a wide plateau where the dragon-shaped towers glowed brighter. The doors opened and the warm light of the sanctuary washed over them. Lauren stepped out cautiously, feeling the heat of the volcanic rock under his boots. Every Draconis in sight paused and stared. Tall, golden-scaled warriors, scholars with silver wings, even young hatchlings stopped their work. Lauren felt like a small creature walking into a room full of giants. One of the elders, a huge dragon woman with eyes like molten gold, stepped forward. Her voice was deep, echoing in the air. "Who comes here?" she demanded. Shirith stepped in front of Lauren. Elder Maris, he is the one I told you of. Human. The key to our survival. The elder's eyes narrowed. A human? Her gaze swept over Lauren, and he felt every inch of her scrutiny. How can we trust him? He activated the device in the ruins, Shirith explained. It responded only to him. His DNA carries the pattern our ancestors used. He is the bridge. Lauren swallowed, feeling smaller by the second. I don't know what to do. Shirith cut in gently. You are doing more than you know. Come. The elders will examine your genetic pattern. It will be quick, but we need it. They led him to a massive chamber built into the side of a glowing mountain. Pools of warm, golden liquid lined the walls. Draconi's scientists hovered over instruments that hummed with energy. Lauren saw that the chamber was alive with light and heat, almost like the planet itself was helping them. He stepped forward nervously as a female scientist gestured him into a glowing scanning pod. Do not be afraid, human, she said. We only need a sample. You will not be harmed. Lauren closed his eyes. He had never felt so small yet so important. Shirith stood beside him, her hand brushing his shoulder. It's okay, she whispered. Breathe. You are helping your people, and ours. The pod sealed around him. Light scanned his body, reading his DNA in seconds. Lauren felt a strange warmth spread through him, like the machine was alive. When the scan ended, the scientist stepped back. It is true, she said. This pattern is perfect. With it, we can repair the plague and save our young. Shirith's eyes glimmered with hope. We can do it, she said. We finally can. Lauren stepped out, still shaking. I just followed you here. I didn't know I could. You did more than follow, Shirith said, her voice steady. You changed everything. The sanctuary erupted in quiet activity. Draconi's technicians moved quickly, preparing the genetic cure. Lauren watched as vials of golden fluid were infused with his DNA pattern. Heat and energy flowed through the room, and tiny dragons peeped from the walls, their scales brightening as the cure began to take effect. For the first time, Lauren felt he belonged somewhere. Not because he was a warrior, not because he was brave, but because he had a gift no one else had. Shirith led him to a balcony overlooking the sanctuary. Lava rivers glowed below. Young Draconis practiced flying between the towers, their wings reflecting golden light. Lauren watched them and felt a strange pride. They're safe now? He asked quietly. Yes, Shirith said. Because of you, they have a future. Lauren blinked back tears. He had never thought his life would matter so much. He had been shy, afraid, invisible in a big galaxy. And now he was part of something bigger than himself. Suddenly, a low vibration ran through the ground. Shirith's eyes narrowed. We are not alone, she said. The Valkyr Syndicate is tracking us. They will try to destroy the sanctuary before the cure spreads. Lauren felt his stomach drop. Then, what do we do? Shirith placed a hand on his shoulder, her claws gentle. We protect it. Together. She turned, her golden eyes blazing with determination. Lauren realized she trusted him now, not as a human, but as an essential part of their survival. The elders called a meeting in the Great Hall. Lauren followed Shirith and all eyes turned to him. He was nervous, but he stood tall as best he could. An elder spoke. Human, you carry the key to our memory and our survival. You must understand what that means. Your presence here has changed our fate. Lauren swallowed. I will do whatever I can. Shirith smiled faintly. You are already doing it. As night fell, glowing lights lit the sanctuary. The lava below reflected in every scale, every wing, every eye. Lauren realized that this hidden world, full of fire and memory, was alive because of hope, and because of him. But even in this moment of peace, the sky above remained dark. Valkyr ships had been sighted in distant orbit. The chase was not over. The hidden enemy would return, and the sanctuary would be tested like never before. Lauren looked at Shirith. We can fight them, right? He asked, determination rising in his chest. She nodded. We will fight. We have no choice. The future of my people, and yours, is at stake. The human nerd and the dragon warrior stood together on the balcony. Below them, the sanctuary glowed like a heart of fire, alive and strong. And for the first time, Lauren believed that even the smallest person could carry the weight of a species. Somewhere in the stars, the hidden enemy waited. But here, on this world of fire and memory, hope burned brighter than any fear. The sanctuary was safe, for now. And Lauren Hale, the quiet human who had never wanted adventure, knew his life had changed forever. The sky above the sanctuary glowed red as the first Valkyr ships appeared on the horizon. Lauren stared out from the balcony, his stomach tightening. Hundreds of dark vessels cut through the stars, their engines humming like angry insects. Shirith stood beside him, her wings stretching wide. "They have found us faster than I feared," she said. "This is no warning. They intend to destroy everything we have built." Lauren's hands trembled as he gripped the railing. We can't fight them. There are too many." "You underestimate us," Shirith said firmly. "We have the sanctuary. We have the ancient defense systems. And now we have you. The key to the cure. Without it, my species dies. But with it, we can turn the tide." Lauren swallowed hard. He had never been in a real battle. He had only worked with machines, computers, and old scanners. Fighting an entire fleet of enemy ships was beyond anything he imagined. "First," Shirith continued, "we must protect the cure. The planetary forge is ready. If they destroy it, all hope is lost. You will help me activate it. Your DNA pattern is the final trigger." Lauren nodded, though fear rattled through him. I can do that," he said quietly. The ground shook as Valkyr fighters approached the sanctuary. Beams of energy struck the outer defenses, causing sparks and rock to fall. Draconi's warriors took flight, their wings spreading fire-resistant shields. Their claws and energy weapons lit the sky like stars. Shirith turned to Lauren. "Follow me." We moved to the forge chamber. "Keep your mind steady. Focus on the sequence. I will handle the battle outside." The forge chamber was carved into the side of the mountain, glowing with molten energy. Lauren entered, his eyes wide. The controls pulsed with golden light, and the vials of the cure shimmered inside their containment tubes. "You must input the DNA pattern," a scientist said. "It will activate the forge and spread the cure. You are the final step." Lauren took a deep breath. He pressed the sequence into the controls. Lights danced across the chamber as the forge came to life. A hum of energy filled the room, vibrating through the walls. Outside, Shirith roared. She had leaped into the sky, her claws and tail striking Valkyr ships with precision. Energy beams bounced off her scales. Each strike sent enemy fighters spinning out of control. Lauren watched on the screens. "She's incredible," he whispered. "She is," the scientist said, eyes glued to the battle. "But there are too many. You must finish your part quickly." Sweat ran down Lauren's face. He entered the final sequence and confirmed the code. The forge pulsed brighter than ever, sending golden waves across the sanctuary. He felt warmth spread through his hands, through his body, like the planet itself was alive. Energy beams from the forge struck the sky. Draconis below felt it, and the young hatchlings let out joyful cries as their scales began to glow stronger, healthier. But the Valkyr were relentless. One fighter ship crashed into the outer wall, shaking the entire chamber. Debris flew and Lauren stumbled, nearly losing his balance. Shirith appeared on the screen above, leaping between ships. "Stay focused," she shouted. "You are the only one who can save them." Lauren took a deep breath. He looked at the controls, at the glowing forge, and remembered everything that had led him here. The ruins, the device, Shirith's trust, the sanctuary. The fate of an entire species rested on his hands. He pressed the final confirmation. The forge released a golden pulse that spread through the sanctuary. Everywhere the energy touched, Draconi's biology strengthened. Their lungs, wings, and hearts began to heal. Young dragons laughed as if they were newly born. Outside, the Valkyr ships were thrown into confusion. Some crashed into the mountains. Others retreated under the unexpected force of the sanctuary's defenses. Shirith's roar echoed across the sky as she chased down the remaining fighters, ensuring none could return. Lauren sank to his knees, exhausted. He had done it. The cure was spreading. The sanctuary was safe. For now. Shirith returned to the forge chamber, landing beside him. Her scales glowed from the energy, and her eyes burned with pride. "You did it," she said softly. "You saved my people." Lauren shook his head, still in disbelief. I just pressed buttons. You fought them all." "We fought together," she said. "Your courage gave us the chance. Without you, the forge would not have activated." The scientists came forward, clapping their claws softly. "Human," one said, "you are now part of our history. You are the bridge between our past and our future." Lauren felt tears prick his eyes. He had never thought anyone would ever see him as important. Now, his name would be remembered among a species that had been dying for decades. Shirith placed a claw on his shoulder. "You are stronger than you think, Lauren Hale. Today you became a warrior in your own way." He smiled faintly. I guess I did." The sanctuary glowed golden in the night. The young Draconis laughed and played among the towers. The elders watched with pride, knowing that the cure would save generations to come. And in the sky above, the Valkyr ships were gone. For the first time, the stars were quiet again. But Lauren knew this was only one battle. The enemy might return, stronger than before. He would have to be ready. For now, though, he allowed himself a moment of relief. He had faced the impossible, and together with Shirith they had won. The battle for a dying species was over. The war for the future was only beginning. The first light of the sun broke over Draconis Prime, casting golden beams across the volcanic mountains. The sanctuary glowed warmly, reflecting off molten rivers and dragon-shaped towers. Lauren Hale stood on the balcony, breathing in the fiery air. For the first time since arriving, he felt calm. Shirith landed beside him, her wings folding gracefully. Her golden scales shimmered in the morning light. "We have survived," she said quietly. "The cure is working. The young Draconis will grow strong. My people will live." Lauren nodded, staring at the distant mountains. "It's incredible. I never thought I'd do something like this. I'm just a human, a scientist." "No," Shirith said firmly. "You are more than that. You are the bridge between our species. You gave us hope when there was none. That is what makes a warrior." The sanctuary was alive with activity. Draconis children laughed as they practiced flying, their golden wings stretching fully for the first time without weakness. Elder scientists monitored the cure's spread with satisfaction. Even the young hatchlings who had been too weak to survive, now chirped and hopped across the glowing rocks, their scales bright and healthy. Lauren watched them, feeling a strange pride. He had never been brave or strong like Shirith or the warriors, but somehow his actions mattered. He had become part of something bigger than himself, something that would live far beyond his own life. Shirith's voice pulled him from his thoughts. "There is more to do. We must prepare for the future. The Valkyr Syndicate will not give up. They will try to destroy us again." Lauren frowned. "Then we fight again?" "Yes," she said. "But now we are ready. Our people are strong. The sanctuary is protected. And we have you." Lauren laughed softly. I guess I never imagined being the key to a species' survival." "You are," Shirith said, her eyes softening. "And that will never change." A sudden hum echoed through the air. Lauren turned to see a group of Draconis engineers approaching him. They carried small devices, glowing with golden light. "These are gifts," one said. "Tools for your world. They are part of the technology we shared long ago with humans. You helped us rediscover it. Now it is yours to use to protect your people and ours." Lauren's hands trembled as he took the devices. I don't know what to say." "Say you will help build a new future," Shirith said. He nodded slowly. "I will." The morning passed in a blur of planning and preparation. Lauren and Shirith walked through the sanctuary, speaking with elders and young warriors. Every corner of the planet felt alive. Lava rivers glowed, dragon wings shimmered, and the sky was clear, filled with golden light. As they reached the tallest tower, Lauren stopped to look down at the world below. For decades, the Draconis had hidden here, waiting for a chance to survive. Now, with the cure spreading, the sanctuary was no longer just a refuge, it was a beacon. Shirith stepped beside him, her eyes scanning the horizon. "We will begin opening communication with other planets. Humans and Draconis must share knowledge and technology. We cannot hide anymore. The future belongs to both species." Lauren felt a warmth in his chest. "You really think humans will trust us?" "They will," she said. "Because you showed them it is possible. You showed that courage and cooperation matter more than fear." He smiled faintly. "I never thought I'd be part of something so big. I was just delivering packages, and now, this." Shirith laughed softly. "Sometimes, the smallest actions have the largest impact. You were ready even if you didn't know it." The day continued with celebration. Draconis warriors demonstrated their new strength, flying high and performing maneuvers that had been impossible before. Lauren watched, feeling awe and hope mixed together. Children ran past him, laughing, their scales bright and healthy. The elders nodded at him with respect. Lauren realized he was no longer just a visitor. He was a part of this world. As the sun began to set, Shirith led Lauren to the edge of the sanctuary. The sky glowed orange and red, the rivers of molten rock reflecting the light. She looked out over the horizon, her wings extended. "We survived," she said quietly. "The Valkyr will return eventually. But now we are strong. We will defend our people. And humans will stand with us." Lauren nodded, feeling the weight and pride of his role. I'll stand with you. Whatever comes. Shirith placed her claw gently on his shoulder. And that is why the future is bright. Because even the smallest person can change the fate of two species. The stars began to appear in the darkening sky. Ships from distant planets would come, curious about the sanctuary and the renewed Draconis. Lauren knew that cooperation, trust, and courage would be tested again. But for now, Draconis Prime shone like a beacon in the galaxy, a symbol of hope, survival, and unity. Lauren and Shirith stood together, watching the young dragons practice their flight, the molten rivers glow, and the sanctuary come alive. The future was uncertain, yes, but full of promise. Humans and Draconis would work together, share knowledge, and protect each other. A new era had begun. A dawn for two species. And in that moment, Lauren realized that even a quiet human nerd could help shape the galaxy. The world below was alive, the stars above were bright, and hope burned stronger than ever. For Lauren, Shirith, and the Draconis, a new dawn had truly begun.